Okay, after bawling my eyes out last night, I'm good. Holy shit. That scene does not get better. It really doesn't. I just saw freaking Pite's reaction to 3.0 of this scene, and I was like, fuck, here we go again. Get the waterworks going. Oh, yeah. Alright, we must press on our mission. Tartar wrote, pray return to your dues at the Forgotten Night. Let's go and speak with Sir Emmerich Galleon. I worry for his well-being. Yeah, so... ouch. Like I said, that scene does not get better. Excuse me. I just went to Buffalo Wild Wings and, oh boy, I was a pig. I think I got voice acting in this one.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Or the 20 billion lashings.
Some wounds do not heal.
Migraine. Mommy, stop this.
The founding. The scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it. The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatoskr. That partake of her eyes and thereby mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hreysvelgr did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born. And ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all-too-fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well?
If you keep the lie going.
Thorin's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment. Nay, say I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
So much could say about today's world dealings, honestly.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heavenward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Aye, the manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Haurchefant was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls.
Mm-hmm.
7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Oh, this gets played a lot.
Are the Heavenward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable.
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heavenward and stop my father before it is too late.
Okay. Master Turdo, Master Alphanog. I, Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Our aid is to prevent whether it is the Archbishop attends. Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetrated. No more. Life or death, I will serve. For Oshon! Yes, of course. These two were close, I know. Much has changed since our Order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. The Archbishop and the Heavenward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Gal and I will stop them. Would I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been archbishops who serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force of stability to counterbalance the high house's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our arguments would have been difficult even with my father's support. The road ahead is much more fraught with peril without it. Yet walk it we must, for unity is more vital in our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of Dravanian hostilities. Far from it, we will have great need of each other in the days to come. You may count on my lance, Sir Emmerich. To my dying breath, I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde. If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Garland Gallion, as the outfit play attending outside. Very well with me, Gallion. I believe we have much to discuss. Blink. So it was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance the airship passed nearby. Sure enough, Lady Atlanta informed me that I had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds? Or was, not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vano, not easily accessible from Cloudtop, House Hunter has yet to establish a fold. We'll need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. I think we both know the perfect candidate. Alien, here's a visit to Master Gold at the Sky Seal manufacturers. I see, then I'll take my leave for now. Then other matters which require my attention. Well, level 57 requires a certain primal coming up. Hi, Sid. The dastardly duo. What mischief have these two been getting up to lately? You haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. Armstrong's dead. He got speared in the gut, and yeah, he was a good man. Said, have you heard Alice Law? The Archbishop spoke to you before he fled. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. From what he told Gallian, the Asians tried to tempt him as they tempt the guys with the ultimate weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I could see him attempting to seize it. And so we need another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. It's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire the last few times, I reckon I was due to deliver you into it. Really weird how these quests are just like, go here, finish it. Go here, finish it. Like, what's up with that? Okay. Into the blue. There we go. Into the fire, is it? In that case, I should inform Toru of our plans. Pray go on to the airship landing. I'll shut these on. Lahi? Oh, anyway, I didn't want to go there. There we go. So, I heard the Gario event for PvP might be coming back for a collaboration. So, maybe we'll start picking that up again. Which I wonder if it's going to last about 2 years like last time. Or is this going to be a permanent event? The boys have been hard work at preparing for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we're ready to depart. Oh, yay! Yay! That is as soon as a certain... Bitch slap! Pray forgive my lateness. Toru and I have much to discuss. We still have no news of the missing scions, but he assures me that Ariandre and Roll are pursuing promising leads. Come, we can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. Let's go, number one. Others are waiting for you. God damn, I'm so freaking tired right now. The others are waiting for you on board the Enterprise. Galleon, shall we get going? Yes. It's only 7:46 now. I'm freaking yawning like a mother hubber. So now we're in the northern
To the
part.
northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted.
Thanks, Count E.
In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets.
Oh, dear.
Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
Yeah, so before we were on this sector, now we're up this sector here. From here, Camp Cloudtop looks rather far. Be on your guard, Galleon. The Valneo can be anywhere, even watching as we speak. Familiar faces. Soon as Soli is here, Dalashio will come to us. We should begin searching the house and arrest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Valneo scouts as well. I would rather avoid needless bloodshed. Back to my epic mount. Oh, hi. And yes, you saw Emo Hoshfont. So, yeah. Okay, lookout. Don't I have a lookout? Prepared? There it is, okay. Searches the skies for a Soli, but see nothing resembling the missing airship. Oh. Here we go. Boink. Maybe this effort was doomed to failure. Begs mercy for Netherlings! Does not fight, does not wish to die! Was that Vanyu being attacked by whom? Guardians. Over there! Imperial troops? It's Guardians? Seize them! They'll know where the Archbishop is. Enemy of my enemy. We had no choice. With me, Galleon. Protect the Vanu. And the Wonder Books activate! I don't know anymore. Excuse me? Okay. I must have missed.
Thaliak, protect me!
Okay, you need to die. You need a good dose of death. Ugh. Kill that mannequin, damn it! Excuse me, dear sir. Can you have a good cup of bag of dicks? I keep thinking I have freaking death flare, but I don't. Like, death flare! Oh. I'm sad. Netherlings saved Lona Vanu from certain death. Showers Netherlings with thanks like summer's claw. Lona Vanu knows now what wind bears Netherlings to Cloud Sea, but warmly welcomes them. Show gratitude where gratitude is due. Lona Vanu owes much and more to Netherlings. As saviors, as heroes, Zondu welcomes you. To village we go, to north. Come, come. So the Vanu are interesting birdmen. So the Guardians were searching for the Archbishop and believed that Vanu knew something of his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they have the right of it. And conclude that we should accept Lona Vanu's offer to hospitality and visit his village. So, Vanu are bird people, and if you actually did the Beast Tribe, it's kind of hilarious. Because, what the hell is it? This one, I think. They're pretty much dance-off Beast Tribe. It's kind of hilarious. They're like the Bismarck tempered ones and the normal ones, which are, it's always a freaking normal Beast Tribe, and there's the tempered ones. But they pretty much do it. Yeah. Well, I think this might be the wrong emote. What the hell is it? Little dance now. Line dance. That was a special emo because after you finished all the Beast Tribes, you actually get that emo for Heavenward. That is. I wonder what the hell is it? Sunbird? No. Oh, Sundrop. There it is. Yeah, that's the Vanu's dance-off. And it's funny because there's a one scene that he did this and they speed it up like 10 times speed and we're like... It was like almost like playing the freaking Final Fantasy VII Squad Thrust mini game. But it was a funny thing. And the Vanu storyline themselves, they went off a dance-off and they're like, oh no, we're being outdanced. Oh, such tremendous threat. I'm like, oh my god, this is hilarious. And your character is just like, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is the most ridiculous thing we are fighting for. I dance off. But I can't be any worse than the Moogles. Freaking Moogles. Until you get the Stormblood. Oh my god. The fucking Namazu. That shit is priceless! Which I actually should really do that Beast Tribe series again, because... Yeah, I accidentally dropped my controller, and somehow I end up pressing the freaking... You want to skip this option, and end up hitting it somehow. And don't ask, I missed a big dialogue on that. I was like, fuck! I can't get that back! Now, since we have New Game Plus, I'm probably able to do that, thankfully. Like Breeze guides leaves to rest. Come and lay down your burdens, Lurlings. Lona Vanu throws wild arms in greeting. Behold, Okazundu. In a way, I would say they're like the Hawaiians. A fair warmer welcome than the one you received from Vandu, I think. Ha! Vanu bluster and blow hither and yon. Sound and fury, like Amos Scale. Eh? What unseen lightning begets such sonorous report? We got a problem. There you are. Do you see it? It's that damn flying whale again. The Imperials are after it. Where? The white? Hi, Bismarck. Except I like your other Bismarck better. He's wounded. Yeah, he eats mounts. By the 12, did the beast just eat that island? Yes. Oh, insatiable wight. Oh, devourer of worlds, why must you torment us? Bah, Lonavano wastes no more words on his unfathomable deeds. Come, Netherlings, come and break words with Chief of Zondu. Hawaiian or African? I don't know. They're really tribal-ish. But when they dance off, yeah. I don't know, maybe it is more African. Because they do a lot of tribal dances. Zondu said it! Get a more planet on that. Actually, I don't know what the hell you have. Curiosity kills the growl. Okay, there we go. With wisdoms deep as nether and eyes, clear as cloudless blue, San Vanu speak of Zundu. Hearken to his words. I think there's voice acting. No, maybe not. Netherlings deliver Lonavu from claws of steel-shod fiends and prove nobility. He knows not to ignore his effort winds and brings before you with all haste. Soft rain to soothe the heart and sunshine to warm. Gratitude as Honu, Chief of Zondu, is boundless. We are honored to meet you, Chief Sonu. I am Alpha Olivier, and these are my companions, Gallant Tardell and Sid Garland. We are coming in search of an airship, a flying vessel of the Nethers, which we believe is somewhere in the Cloud Sea. Ah, like black steel-shod contraption from which you save Lanuvanu. Let us know, that ship belongs to the Garlean Empire, an old enemy of ours, though not the enemy we're looking for at present. The men we seek wear armor of purest white and are led by an older man in white robes. Wait, Lanuvanu heard tell of these Netherlings. You do? Are you certain? As sun rises, falls, and returns, we are. Zondu scouts can testify to words of Lanuvanu. Aye, aye. Winds can carry purpose of Netherlings to our ears as well. Netherlings seek the key to Allah's law. Now we're getting somewhere. Tell us, Chief Sonu, what exactly is this Allah's law? Beware, Netherlings, for blackest clouds portend greater danger. Look not to a heart of tempest. There lies ancient birthplace of sin, home of forbidden secrets. To speak more is called the wind. But the white devourer's island where his key is kept, deep within bowels of mighty Bismarck, it lies beyond reach of the foolhardy, and beyond ours. Rejoice not in his gluttony. Lanuvanu is for as stone gives you way to water and wind, all yields to the weight. This he knows. Chief Sonu, Manas of Vandu. Manas of Vandu bills ill for all Vanu. But seriously, I actually like the Vandu. They're actually a pretty cool race in this expansion. Black and the white. So Allah's law is a home of forbidden secrets, accessible only to the bearer of the key which the Archbishop covets. Much like to believe it's safe within the belly of Bismarck, the Knights of the Heavenward wielded primal powers. If we do not slay the whale and claim the key first, they surely will. Quite how we will go about it is another matter. As was the case in our battle with Latanitan, we're out our element, and this time we have far fewer allies to call upon. Whereas in May, our customary approach still holds true. We must begin to learn more about the way. Let's each question the residents of the village, then regroup and share our findings unknown. Why not just ask the chief? Like, that's the craziest answer. If narrowly seek knowledge of the white, then speak with a Kanuva, foremost keeper of tales, or their bookkeeper. But neglect not to press self with humility and respect. As sun yields to moon and moon to sun, others must greet honor with a bow. Different winds out of your baggage, huh? Sunshine to warm your brow. Traveler from below, Gunning Valley, keeper of tales, hear your words and she remembers. In times long ago, and lands elsewhere, before even the clouds see, the white is one among many. Newborn, he swims beside his many brothers and sees the endless water. But hated the white is, for his brothers are pure as black. So great is their contempt, their loathing, and that they turn upon him and rend his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again, for merciful gods raise him to the heavens, and there he is reborn. The white still longs for the sea to which he cannot return, but in rebirth a splinter of the vine is shared, and so he opens his maw from whence comes the clouds, and a new sea is born, home to him alone. Content, he gazes below to see others who are as he. Hated and hunted. He weeps in his benevolence. He raises up isles of earth and guides these people to the cloud sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth, and the salvation of Anu may never be forgotten. But this demon which menaces the cloud sea, his rage is that of the Vondu, his hunger is that of a wild beast. The isles are his gift to us, yet he must consume them. Kanu Valley knows no tales like this. We got some discrepancy here. So according to Vanu, the sea clouds and the floating isles were gifts from Zizlark to his people. Gifts which he has taken to rights, I suppose. It perhaps a little ungenerous. Gods, eh? But what of you, Alphino? Do you learn of value? Alas, no. That is, unless you have interest in the intricacies of Vanu sky fishing. I don't even think they teach us sky fishing here. Sky fishing? My God, that's it. Alphino, my bud, I could kiss you. Whoa, 34, settle down there. From what I observe, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. Gluttony! When wounded by the Imperials, they fled, but not before to find another island of restored strength. What I propose is this. We tow a suitably appetizing island through the Sea of Clouds, in essence, fishing for our own flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we should use our dragon killers to fire a grapple into the beast's hide and really in close, namely a resonant icon slayer to engage it correctly. A bold plan must have gone on, but an exceedingly dangerous one. Should Galleon fail to subdue the creature, he will almost certainly be eaten, along with the rest of our appetizing island. Oh, he won't fail, and if anything goes wrong, I'll be at the helm when the Empire is ready to tow him out of trouble. I wouldn't trust a task like this to anyone else. Nor I trust I had no objections on my joining as well. No, the more the merrier. Right then, it seems the boys and I had a lot of work to do at the Enterprise to be ready for a fishing trip. While you two need to find me some bait, and not just any island mine, I want a mouthful at most. So, in the steps of fate, if you failed, you actually get a special cutscene of your failure. Bismarck actually gives you a special fail animation. Well, you heard Sid. We need an island to bait the hook. By the way, it's first step. I suppose we speak with Chief Sanu. If Sanu or as concerned by Bismarck's behavior as they have given us to believe, then we might be supportive of our efforts to slay him. And it's really interesting how the death animation on that, so... or a failing animation. The automaton is upon us, the white feast, and the Vanu rejoicing in its carnage. Hear me, Chief Sulu. This creature which torments you now is not the deity who raised up the floating islands and made a gift for them to you. He's a perversion of your beliefs formed by the Vanu, a false savior who consumed which he should readily safeguard. Yet, it need not to be this way, Shisano. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. What's against the Tempest? In vain do they struggle. Yet, who is son to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Tomatang can turn the Pontent. Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zanu scouts the manner of island required, and they will guide you to it. We shall not fail, Chief Zanu. On that, you have my word. Come, guy. Let's see how his preparations are progressing. Yeah, that sounds about right. 57. That's when you get your next trial. It's funny how trials work in the end game area. It's like you have your 4 level so-and-so for like 54, 64, 74 trial, and then you got your 57, 67, 77 trial, and then you got the final trial at the end of the game, which is, 60, 70, 80, and soon to be 90. I think we'll be fighting the Magus Sisters at 60 or 84, and we're gonna fight Anima at 87, which I can't wait to fight Anima. It makes me wonder, if I get up, blast through these levels, because my first 5 hours, I'm gonna hit 82, and that's not even starting the storyline, probably, of getting an Endwalker. And I'm going to be blasting new levels like crazy, and it's going to the storyline and probably soaking every tear I have. I really should get a cup for that. Our Ishgard and friends have furnished us with a Dragon Killer's ammunition, and I have taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech fuel generator as well. Rest assured, we had chains to spare, every link forged by the manufacturer's master craftsman. If you have any lingering doubts as to their strength, know that they are originally intended to bind dragons, and were not found wanting. It pleases me to inform you that Von and Vanna had agreed to furnish us with island of our choosing. Then all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers who will actually be doing the fighting. Galleon, let Wedge know when your party is ready to assemble. We're all screwed. I probably should be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I don't like it one little bit. But I can't help being excited all the same. Watch for you. So there we go. Are you ready to hunt the whale? No. Yes. After you then, again. All aboard. And there we go. Perfect. I'll show the failed one. It's really interesting how when you fail. You're not my Bismarck. So, pretty much, he does damage to you by hitting the island integrity, which is your duty finder. Normally you're supposed to hit the field generator, which reduces the damage, but every time he slams it, you take a bunch of damage to the island. And of course, he attacks the dragon killers, and they become disabled, and yada yada, you know, fuck shit. And of course, you can fall off, so, you know, that's automatic KO. And you don't recover from that. Once you're off, you're done. I don't know if I keep this guy alive. It's gonna... It's really hard to have the island destroyed. It's like you really have to fuck up badly to do it. Even extreme mode is not so bad. Oh, he's a punk. Oh, so they do spawn extra. Sorry for my being a little... Curiosity kills the drow here. Oh, come on, Bismarck. You can do more damage than that. Have a volume on a little too soon. One more, we'll do it. Oh, okay. Okay, this is our game over. So... It's rare to fucking lose in normal mode. To this version of the game over. But it's really effed up though. And there we are. So this is what happens when you fail to keep the integrity. we get serious. And when he does this, he slaps his wing. He puts the shield up. He backs off. And he'll slam. Oh, damn it, I fucked it up. Normally if I was a ninja, I'd be doing this a little bit faster. You gotta wait until he gets on. And when you're fighting him, you have to get on his back, or else all your damage is non-existent to him. He throws you off. Fortunately, the edge has not been together that quickly, but okay. Last wave is his ultimate? Oh, brief blast, yeah. So he's able to control the weather. I don't think he actually does the knockback version of it unless you're in extreme mode. But either it's going to be like rain or it's clear. If it's clear, you gotta get in the middle because he does area effect and yesterday. But if it's lightning, you gotta get away from everybody. Or else you're gonna get everyone nuked. Yeah, 3 people getting stacked on a lightning bolt ain't gonna be a pretty sight. And there goes the great waste. Oh god. Oh yeah, we'll get the win aspect back. Give me my green crystal.
Eidolon, all made. Darkness, like to none known. Hark, receive blessing, small.
So what we're missing is fire and ice, I think. Hi, bitches!
So falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before him. How many times does this make, warrior of light? Ah, how much you have grown, far beyond the limits of mere mortals.
He has what we seek.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He does. The key to Azizla and the secrets of Alag. I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
You know, Igrum, you could have taken...
My thanks to you, Asian. And to you as well, warrior of light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck. Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare.
This is why, folks, we don't trust the Pope. Like, seriously, they could have offed me right here.
By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
Like, seriously. Prone me, ... to neck, and done. In a way, it's almost a reference to Final Fantasy VI. You know, you see the heavens. Forgive me, Gallion. How do I know what was happening? May I have done something to stop them? Our last Wedge and I were still sitting within the engine room and heard not of the struggle until it was over. And now, all for our efforts, our Archbishop holds the very thing we sought to keep from him. All is for not lost, for we yet live, and we know that their destination. Let's give chase and bring to an end their machinations. Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal and prevent the Von and Vonner's land from being consumed in doing so. The Zondu at least shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let's go and inform Chief Zondu of our victory. Sid and others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise. Besides... Crikey! Look at that whale!
Wait, something is amiss. Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Reveal yourselves at once!
Great height as fuck. Just kneel.
And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken.
Hi, Boris.
Just as Wire observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
So she was resorting to him.
The Warrior of Light? He who bested Van Baelsar?
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Aziz's Lar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world. It is my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Where did that come from?
Take cover!
Oh yeah! This scene.
Your Radiance, we must withdraw.
Yeah, that's a new airship. It is.
We shall meet again, warrior of light. On that you have my word.
Yeah, about that. I think your son will take care of that for me. Since he is my best friend.
So
Yeah, but
Garlemald too has designs on Azizlar. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
So, the first time I saw Lucia on, I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, why is she on, fuck. The crazy bitch. Guy is a little fuckboy. Livia. When I saw that, I was like, no fucking way. I'm like, already I'm acting, I'm like, you know, if you actually put the suit armor on Lucia, you can actually picture it was Livia. Ah, the armor. I seen it. I had it sent here as a precautionary measure. And she explains about herself. Never in my wildest dreams I ever think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor Golmon, but I was Galvus in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the Legaeus of whom the Centurion spoke. Ah, forgive me. This is neither the time nor the place for such idle speculation. Pray return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to embrace the chief Sanu of all that has occurred, but once I have, we will rejoin you at the airship. Yeah, so when I see Lucia use it, I was like, no fucking way. It's like, is she related to Livia? She is. It's her twin sister. What the hell is with this game with twins? Like, seriously. You can find out Lucia has a sister, which is kind of twinish. Makoto has a twin. Livia has a fucking twin. It's like, what's with the fucking sibling? Even the Wonder Twins we had. It's like too many twins in this game. God damn it. Back to 12, you're alive, Galleon. When the battleship here fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you in Alpha Mode. Why in the heavens hell happened out there? Well, Livia came out and saved her ass. I mean, Lucia. First the Archbishop returns with Assia in tow, and now the goddamn Emperor pays us a visit? What is this, a procession of noble bastards? What's next, the keeper of the 7 bloody... Gate? Sid, you're not far from the truth in Endwalker right now. Just saying. No one is so notable in Masago, and I'm happy to report that Sanu are overjoyed to learn of Bismarck 6 months. Nice. Chief Sanu sends his warmest regards, Galleon. There is much talk of westerly winds. Miraculously, it's not suffered lasting harm during the raid. It seemed that Zanu were taken entirely unawares and wisely choose to offer no resistance. I sense I had no more to fear from the Empire, for the present, at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, okay, Zanu would have already been leveled. Plainly, Varus is only interested in reaching Aziz's law, I should say. Speaking of which, if we're all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise as well, shall we? One good turn. Lisa wondered which was able to calculate the heading and indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Elzazal lies in that direction, we'll find it. Miss Hilda may have a lead on us, but she has no enterprise. We'll catch them. You'll see. It's kind of fun. We never used that airship. Okay, now we get to learn about Lucia's past. It's really interesting.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again, least of all under these circumstances.
And bam.
My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
Ah, that explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Livia? Livia Sastunius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths. Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
my mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emmerich. 'Twas his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him, but I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons. He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emmerich, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emmerich. 'Tis your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
Yes, that's what kind of nuked her ass.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief, we should be getting close.
Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Azizlar should be.
Hold on, everyone!
So this is where I really want to have Emmerich and Lucia make dates later on in the storyline. Like, seriously. I think it's such a cute couple.
Look! I think that's it! Chief, is that... Allagan? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
She won't hold, Chief! She's breaking up!
I've lost your artillery propeller!
Sid, it's no use! We must return to Ishgard and find another way!
God damn it all! Why do the Allagans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
Because that's not how I gotta roll! So yeah. So, what could it be out there that will warrant the personal attention of the Emperor himself? I wonder, does she have a name? Gosh, to think about all the repairs I would have to make giving me a bleeding headache. Sid's piling under pressure was a marvel to behold, and I may never have the opportunity to do so again. And we barely finished repairing the damage incurred during our sky fishing trip. On the other hand, my ain't letting you walk away from it, as they say. I'll go on to presume that so they passed through the barrier unscathed. They would certainly explain why the Divine called it a key. Assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason that he is not, the Vanu key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Alisla's law. But even with that, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, that we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make it known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. Thanks, Alphino. Now, like I already did this like 5 times already. Well, probably 6. But still, point being. Ah! Sea of clouds or sea of clouds? Oh, okay. If the Empire has interest in Alisla's law, we all have more reason to hurry. I would not see his secrets fall in the hands of either the Archbishop or the Emperor. Welcome back, my friend. Pray forgive for my earlier display. I grieve for my son still, and shall continue to do so. I have resolved to be strong. It is what he would have wished. Though we will let in less of Alisla's law, one thing is plain: the Archbishop and the Garlands cannot allow to avail themselves of its secrets. I swear, wherever there's Allegan ruin, there's trouble just waiting to happen. I suppose that's why the Iraq is such a damningly cultivated defenses around everything. Because they know they fuck up.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
Pretty much.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. The one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing 2 galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Pour through, you got some explaining to do. Welcome back, Gillian. How does the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? No, they stole my key. And they kicked me in the balls. So you finally arrived at Alice's Law, only to find your way barred by some sort of error. Typical. But that's not all bad news. I made progress in the search of our friends. Don't worry, Alan. We'll get to Alice's Law yet. When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient water course beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Ulda, I asked Marshal Pippin to have the tunnel searched. A logical place to look, but if it was there that you lost contact with my affiliate Thanker and Ursula, was it not? Hey, man. My throat's getting a little throat. Darren asked what the Marshal found. I don't actually know. Pippin's message says that there has been a discovery and that we are come to the Halls of Flame at our earliest convenience. I do not think of what it might be. We shall depart at once. Tardo. Let Ajay know it's to join us in Ulda. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. Hi, Pippin. We're grateful for your assistance, Pippin. You saved her grace and Father Bard. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Forgive my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery. Yes, of course. As per your request, I have my men scour the waterways almost immediately. We encountered with difficulty until the section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the mineral concerns cooperation, however, we're able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen crystal prayers. Woohoo! Score for one for the team! Go on. BA, Master Alpha, your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. Your soul is wand. I assume as much. If I may, Marshal. Readings, doing things. Tis I did surmise, judging by the etheric imprint that leaneth upon this wand, hath surely been employed by casting of a most uncommon magic. Well, I actually got that right. Namely, the very first that man did conceive the traverse great distances and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilized the life stream flow. The spell intends the reduction in a corporeal form to its constant ether, and that the caster may enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it reliqueth not a lengthy incantation. That you surely should choose to employ such a spell, regaineth the need for haste. All which suggests you managed to escape. Would that be so simple? No, that the scholars of Charlemagne forbade the use of the spell, and with good reason. The counselor have limited control over this course. For every mage who comes safe unto his destination, another will be set adrift in the life stream, never to emerge. No, what? No, you can't mean. No, be not known downcast, my friends, where there is yet hope. 'Tis like that your Stola's passage has left traces of the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magica was invoked, we might yet find her. To the center of an excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Did I mention? I shall pray for your Stola's safe return. Remember, she was with Thancred. Where the hell that is? Okay, that's that one. There was a camp dry bomb and brush. What is it? Evidence you stole at pastures will have me faint by time, but may have some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. That was kind of a silent cutscene. Trail leadeth to the north and east, unto the bosom of Twellswood. Are you certain? There is no mistake. Hither has their stroller journeyed. And yet the Guardians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean that she's still adrift. If it be so, I do fear out for our friend. Contrary as to his name, the Lytron is more than akin to a raging torrent. Lingering overlong in the midst of this maelstrom, and the ether that formeth one's soul sharply scatter, near to be reformed. And no time to waste, Orion. Pray to explore all possible options for reversing the effects of the forbidden magic. Yelling Taro, we three shall press on to the Gardania and petition the Elder Seed Seer's aid. And yet, my waifu, Luminsa, does not get any love. Meryl gets so less camera time in this expansion. Hell, the fucking Elder Seer gets more fucking recognition in this expansion. It's like... I want the mommy see salt swallow all. Instead, the elements perceive the light stream. If, as we suspect, Ursula is still adrift in its midst, they may be able to find her. But if we were to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs do so through their chosen, the Pao Zhao. It's imperative, therefore, we speak with a Kansana without delay. Lost in the light stream. If I requested an audience with the Elder Seer, she will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with the Conjurer Yonder to be admitted. Thanks! Not like I did this like 7 times. Like, literally. It's like, thanks, Alpha Nova. Not like I already knew this shit. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the rough nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. Well, you show us the live stream, and yeah, she's pretty much screwed. She doesn't know how to hit the brakes. I see, as you say, we must need to act swiftly to free Yashola from the ungentle pull of the light stream. And as you surmise, we cannot do this with this unaided, however.
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
It's weird how I get voice acting all of a sudden.
That being...
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person!
And she's right here.
Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gradania. She told me about her once.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
And ironically, she is part 1 and part 2 of your Summoner quest line. No, I'm talking now. If memory serves, your Y'shtola's sister is Yemtra. Oh, you know her, do you? Well then, that'll have to make things easier. Again, if you're a Summoner, you got this dialect. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Alaka's Falls, from what I recall. Let's look for her there. am I locking on? Whatever, I can do this. It's pretty freaking cool when you actually are at a certain job and some of the people come out. It's like, hey, I remember you. It's like, oh shit. Hey, Jonathan, how's your job lately? Wow, you've gotten old. I feel sorry for you, man. So, this is Shtola's sister, which you can see the familiarity of them too. Not as sharp-witted tongue as her sister, but still good. Anyways, Gallion, what brings you here today? I see that you have companions. Lady Imtra. Oh shit, we got a lot of everything. Lady Imtra, it's an honor to meet you. My name is Alphina Leveneer, and this is Tower of Tyro. So, you're my sister's comrades in the science of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Shtola, but all my efforts were no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things. That she would be so reckless. Won't be the first time. So, what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. Hope this will be enough for the elemental. Come, let us make for the Everscape at once. Oh, so it's not her twin sister or anything like that. They're just sisters. Which, dude, there's so many fucking terms of sisters. Alphina, you're lucky you actually had different genders. Okay, this is all cutscene movie. It seems hilarious, actually. And that's the Conjurer and White Mage Guildmasters.
Let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream. A drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There. Now!
Yoink! Do some ghost busting. Busting makes me feel good. Of course I gotta blare out the nudity. Find the light. Naked cat girl. Oh my. Giggity. Cat in a blanket. Man, stay the hell out!
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once.
You know they took great care of this cutscene. And my character's like, I saw things.
All that remains is to pray, my friends.
And get that filthy mine out of here. She's the white mage, and he's the conjurer storyline. Even though he is entwined with the white mage storyline. Oh, great, another... Yeah, you know what about that? Report. Have a nice day. Oh, here's Shola. Oh, Shola, indeed. Just seeing her face again, it's... I've been so worried. Meanwhile, Alvinord's like, I saw more than her face. Alvinord's gotta hit puberty breaking real quick. Introduce a surprise. Shola is resting within an inn room, though she is still unconscious, so signs are positive. The conjurer says she's in sound health and should awaken her long. Isn't that wonderful? Now we'll wait for Shola to wake up. I thought that I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. Oh yeah, sure. It's something I've been working on for a while and hope that she will one day return to us. It's just for a couple more items before it's ready. It's already placed orders for these items. Could you ask you to retrieve them for me? It's one of the Leatherworker skill and others with the Conqueror skill. Speak with Mr. Drake, have a brother at Silma. And I'll have to take care of everything. Like I said, at this point, I think I was like slowly working my paladin. Obviously, Scholar and Summoner has been my top things. Let's see my first skill. I think I was playing my ninja a little bit. It wasn't too heavily as unlike the other classes. Josh, I was looking at the time. I know I accessed the Heavenward jobs, which I wasn't really heavily into them at the time. Especially, I was really interested in astrology because everyone told me it's like, oh, astrology sucks because they had no damage. They did damage. At the time, we had the cross-class skills, and I had White Mage using Arrow, and I had their astrology and Combust. So I had Arrow and Combust going off while their Malfic ability. I was like, what are you talking about? It's almost no different from the White Mage. Or Scholar. Well, Scholar, we had like freaking three dots actually, because we had Miasma 2, Bio. Actually, we also had Shadow Flare, if you want to count that one too. That's another one at the time. Until they went Shadow Flare totally for Summoner only at one point. But other than that, Scholar was pretty strong in the output. Greetings, Galen. I trust you have been well. Is there a note you require of me? Ah yes, Mr. Tartar, as requested, has been sanctified in sight of the elementals. I don't know what she intends for the staff, but it's most singular artifact. Even one possessed in my experience would struggle to wield it. Oh yeah, okay. Never mind, the other one was still the white mage. Hey, how's Sylphie doing these days? She's part of the white mage's quest line. A lot of the class jobs are really interesting. Oh, isn't it Galleon? Looking at some hides to him, maybe? There's a retrieval order for business chapter of the day? Came at a good time. I just finished a moment ago. It was no small cope working on specifications, but it did nevertheless. Payment has been settled. However, did that girl come by Chimerical High anyway? However, did that girl come by with Chimerical High anyway? Either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse, and it seemed to me she had neither. Don't ask. Well, it's not hard. It's not hard to make. Just saying. How do you make your miracle hide? Shit. Well, I have high Mulligan to miracle hide. Oh, you're back. You have the items, I hope. Doink, doink. Oh, it's precisely as I requested. Perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Kyo is master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Callie. Can't wait to see what your story thinks of the surprise. Yeah, about that. Easy wonder she's doing well, and the Conquerors have left her under her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Oh, yeah. And there lies the problem.
I'm so glad you're back!
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12.
Huh.
Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
What's she doing?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
Alpha, we're gonna slap you.
No apologies are necessary, Alpha No. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we were in Ishgard, you see.
It makes me wonder if you're a female character, you're actually staying. And now we have Heavenward, Inshallah.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Alagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
When I heard the name, I squeed. I was like, wait, no, what? Matoya? No fucking way! I literally busted my load. In my youth, I had the honor studying under Matoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge would be an aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone to disagree with her. Ooh. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon us, or some 15 years ago, the citizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the exodus. To this day, she lives a hermit's life in the fringes of the abandoned city. So it's the Drahonian hinterlands that we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Alice and I were born in Sharlayan, our days were there were sure. We remained only until the exodus and have not returned since. So it's to be homecoming then. I find reason as any to go to Charlian, and will afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Ishtar. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishtar to make our preparations. I think I'm going to end it when we arrive to Charlian. Charlian is situated in the Dravanian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Dravanian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be compromised Galleon, Strolla, and myself. Totoro, pray remain in Ishtar to continue search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. First, let's make for Tailfeather. I wonder how... I'm very curious. A long soaking in the light stream followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. Great news. I believe I'm significantly rested. Let's continue west for Charlian. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the Dravanian hinterlands. From there, it will be a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Nast's territory. We must need to be wary of them and the dragons both. At this point, you should have flying in this zone. Because if you actually finished all your quests and dungeons and whatnot. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think I'm going to end it after we get to Charlian. Doesn't help, I have been streaming for 2 hours and 1 minute and 30 seconds. Oh, they actually cut this scene. Because there was a scene that, because there was a... Oh, I gotta shut up now.
To the Thalaic River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Charlian, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
You know, like I said, that entrance to Dravania Hinterlands was sealed off because there was a what we call a gate. Well, a temple gate, if we want to call it that, because that's what it looks like. But Yashilo was supposed to be there. It's like, oh, okay, it's an inscription, and boop, open gate. That's it. I guess New Game Plus couldn't do that, so they kind of extended that scene because you already have access to begin with, so they didn't want to mess with your traveling for some reason. And though you're a New Game Plus, why wouldn't I? But whatever. If that's the case, they would actually restricted me from certain areas I shouldn't freaking be accessing to begin with. So, I don't know. I guess they have to make some cutbacks on certain things. So, Victoria as well as to the far side of the Talek River. Let us search for a crossing. Can't believe it's been 15 years in this area. Actually, that reminds me. Oh shit. Starships are ready. So yeah, that's more than an encounter race. I should be done with this. So this is the old settlement of Charlian. Maker's Quarter, Answering Quarter, the Collector's Quarter. That's starting to sound so familiar when I get the Shadowbringers. I'm just saying. Again, I think something just got cut off because of the New Game Plus's issue. Knowledge seeks no man, so it says the motto of Charlian engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us seek enlightenment. During the 6th Astral Era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Charlian journeyed across the seas to Eorzea in search of knowledge. Upon rounding these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, the camp grew into a settlement, and settlement prospered, and so much that it became the count amongst Eorzea's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a fading memory. With her keepers lost to her, Charlian has become an empty husk of her former self. Our blamer is mistaken. Charlian has new keepers. It is on the cusp of a new age of glory. Goblins? Here to plunder the city? God plunder is mistaken muchly. We are not thieves. This place is our home. Your home? When I last looked, it was mine and Alphina's. We were born here. When Uplanders have been in the city, Uplanders gave up claim. Born here or no, Uplanders are trespassers. My friends, please. We did not come here to dispute your claim to this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We just decided but to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you, and let us speak it like civilized folk that we are. Surely we came to a mutual understanding. If that's the truth, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplander settlements. There's a reason why it's called Slowfix. Now, here's the question. Is it my current Elishire, or is it going to be my old Elishire? Because I don't know how this new Game Plus is going to react. Okay, it looks like it's... Yeah, okay, never mind. It's current progress. So, the reason why I said, is it new or old? Because when you first enter here, the place was a dump. Everything's... That is not a building. That was like a campground for, like, I don't know, some homeless people. And this shit wasn't even fucking fully operational. This stuff was barely operational. Hell, freaking Chloe was not even freaking operational. It was a lot different times. It's like, hell, we didn't had a roof. A lot has changed darn over there. It became a phase every patch. It's like, oh, okay, you got to add a little wall. Oh, okay, you added a door. Hey, look, we got stairs here. Cool. And it's like, it added over time. It was like, okay, we got a phase system going. And what's with the freaking... Okay, you got me confused. Why is there a rock elemental here? Oh, never mind. I forgot. There's a reason why. Okay. But unfortunately, as I promised, we're here, so we're going to end it after we have this quest in. Here is Hara Settlement, name of Elishire. I'm Midnight View. What we got here, guests? Greetings to you. I'm Alpha Levidier, and may I introduce my companions, Gallion Turdell and Yustrola. We have journeyed forward in search of a friend and seek to cross the river. But finding the main bridge collapsed, he went looking for a detour and ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew. Is that right? Is that the short? That's the short of it, aye. This place, Elishire. I can't expect any ghost town. So as to say, I was surprised to find it so alive. Well, with all them precious artifacts lying about, it was a matter of time before treasure hunters like me moved in. But we weren't the first to arrive, either. By then, Slowfix and his godly friends were already settled. At first, godlies and hunters disliked each other, but understanding came, then friendship. Now godlies and hunters had joined hands to build a great new nation. So that's what happened after we Charlians departed. Oh, so we're the locals. No hard feelings, I hope. All these nice buildings, but no one to live in them. Feel like a waste, you know. We've been trying to put the place to rights, and things have been going well for the most part, but ain't all smooth sailing. Not to sound ungrateful, but the traps your people left flying about are a bloody nuisance, and there's the Illuminati hurting us day and night. Snowflake has a bright idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding, yes. Best way to understanding is to help one another. Help citizens of Elishire, and Uplanders will be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross river. While I'm not aware of a quicker way to reaching our destination, let's assess slow fixes, people. And we get branched off. I think there was like 3 different branch offs. It's like I think it was Slow Fix, Midnight Dew, and someone else at the Forge, I think. So yeah, okay, that's it. I'm gonna end it here, which is like actually a nice good place spot. So good night.